What is going on YouTube? This is your boy Sam from Team Sam here, and today guys, I'm coming at you with my first place OTS Endymion deck profile for you guys today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. My local store hosts OTS tournaments every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I thought it would be a good idea to actually take this deck to locals to see on how well I could perform with this deck for the Thursday tournament that I attended. It wasn't too big of an event. It was only about 20 players or so, and the first place after standings gets 4 packs of the brand new OTS Tournament 10, which is very awesome. So I got 4 packs for coming in first. It was kind of weird because my score ended up being X1, so my record was 4-1. We had a total of 5 rounds, but the top 4 players, we were all X1, so I guess I had the best tiebreakers and ended up coming first. I just want to give you guys a tournament report on what I played for this event. Definitely card choices are going to change once I test the deck even more, but overall I think that the deck list that I played was just absolutely incredible. So enough talking, without further ado, let's get started with the deck profile. Okay guys, start with the monster real quick. We're going to play, of course, triple Endymion. I've explained to you guys this card's effect many times before. His effect is so thick, man. Oh my god. Look at that, guys. No, like, can you imagine? Your opponent will take 2 minutes reading this card's effect. It's ridiculous. But anyway, summarize this card's effect. Whenever your opponent activates a spell or trap or its effect, you can basically bounce back. You basically get to bounce back a card you control with a spell counter to your hand to negate the activation. If you do, you transfer the counters onto this card. Once this card has spell counters, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects, and also it cannot be destroyed by your opponent card effects. And once this card gets destroyed by battle, you basically get to search a spell, power, mastery directly from your deck to your hand. So that's his monster effect. This card in skill effect is absolutely broken. Going second, you can remove 6 spell counters from the field to special summon this card on your side of the field. At the same time, destroy X amount of cards up to the number of cards you control that can hold spell counters. So let's say that this card is in your pendulum scale and you activate its effect, and you control 2 jackals, right? You special summon Endymion by removing 6 spell counters from the field. You basically get to pop 3 cards immediately. It's like an all-in-one effect. Once you activate this effect to remove 6 spell counters from the field, you special summon this card, then destroy X amount of cards on the field, just like Foxy, right? Like Foxy's effect. So your opponent can't be like, okay, you special summon Endymion, activate Endymion's effect, pop cards, activate effect the Your opponent cannot do that. It's an all-in-one effect, and this card wrecks Sky Strikers because as long as this card has a spell counter, Sky Strikers can't target this card with Widow Anchor, Afterburner. They basically can't destruct this card whatsoever, right? So Endymion, really broken. The best card in your deck is Servant of Endymion. This card is so good, bro. If you guys did not know, this card's effect is that if it has a spell counter, you can attack your opponent life points directly and actually gain my opponent with this card's direct attack. But the most important effect of Servant of Endymion is that you can remove 3 spell counters from itself while it's in your pendulum scale to special summon a monster with 1,000 or more attack from your deck that you can hold spell counters. So you special summon obviously the big boss himself, Endymion, and also you can special summon out Jackal. At the same time, it also gives counters once you special summon a discard and also the Endymion monster from your deck, right? So Servant of Endymion is just so good, like the best starter card in your entire deck. 2 card combos in his deck is Servant and also Spell Power Mastery, which is really broken. Like, these 2 cards, like, you instantly win. Servant, really good. Specialist monsters from the deck. Next off, triple Magister of Endymion. Instead of special from the deck, you special summon from your extra deck, which is also really good, especially against Sky Strikers, since they open up your extra monster zones for you with the Sky Striker link arrows. So you can easily special summon, a monster to the link zone that the Sky Striker monster points to, which is really awesome, right? So Magic is really great. Its monster effect is also really underrated as well. So if you have Magical Citadel of Endymion, and it has multiple counters, you can just remove 3 counters from Citadel to basically special summon, Endymion directly from the deck, which is really awesome. So that's some cool plays that you can do with Magister of Endymion. Triple copies of Magister. This card skills effect special summons from the extra deck, whereas Servant special summons from the deck. And obviously Servant is definitely the card you want to open up with 100,000% of the time. Next off, for your Mythical Beast engine, triple Mythical Beast Master Cerberus. This card is definitely a must-off. Triple Mythical Beast Jackal King. One of the best starter cards in your entire deck as well. Next, I play 2 Mythical Beasts Jackal. I'm actually thinking on cutting this card. This card right here, I believe, is just like really underwhelming. It wasn't that great. I might cut Mythical Beast Jackal as a whole. I'm still currently testing this deck. I haven't found the best variant yet, but this is just, a quick tournament report on what I played for locals, right? So remove 3 spell counters from this card, especially a Mythical Beast monster from your deck, which is really good. And its effect is not once per turn, by the way, guys. I feel like there's better cards in the world out there that you can play instead of Mythical Beast Jackal in your deck. And last but not least, this card is so good. Holy macaroni, Mythical Beast Garuda. This is how I beat my Solomon Great matchup, guys. I was able to set up, you know, at least an Endymion on my board. But obviously, the most important card to get out against Solomon Greats is Jacko, right? But I couldn't do that. So what I did was I had Citadel on the field. My opponent's normal summons Jaguar. And then I activate Mystical Beast Garuda in hand. This card's in hand effect is insane. Oh my god. So each time a spell card is activated, place one spell card on this card. Irrelevant. Well, it has relevance, but not for what I'm going to talk about. But anyways, when your opponent normal summons or special summons monsters, except during the damage step, you can remove 3 spell counters from your field, special summon this card from your hand, then return that opponent's summoned monsters to the hand. Oh my god, to the hand. So, okay, so I had a Citadel on the field with like 3 counters. My opponent summons the Jaguar, activate Garuda's effect in hand, remove 3 spell counters, special summon Garuda, bounce back to Jaguar, and I looked at my opponent Brandon here watching this video. Shouts to you. I was like, bro, if you have Will of the Solomon Greats, you're good. That's the only way that you can basically extend your combo is if you have Will of the Solomon Great, right? But he didn't. So this card immediately just stopped his play, and it was incredible. So Garuda, absolute beast, bro. I love this card. Card's good, really, really good. And also, its in skill effect is an eccentric Archfiend. You know what I mean? So if this card, if this is the only card in your scale, destroy this card. Basically, pop a spawn trap card your opponent controls, which is really, really good. So that's pretty much it for the Mythical Beast engine. I might even bump Garuda up to 2, man. Garuda is sick, bro. Next, I'm trying the Chronographs, triple Chronograph Sorcerer, and the one Time Gazer Magician. Great turbo cards you can get out, so that way you get easier access to your Electromite. So Chronograph, Time Gazer is really great. Last but not least, more turbo cards. Double Abyss Actor, Curtain Raiser. It's a free spell cards in your scale, and at the same time gets your servant a free spell counter on it, which is really good. And it's also a free body on the board. Just a really good card, just really good extenders. Last but not least, I decided to play Double Supreme King Dragon Dark Worm. This card, Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial and Dragon Shrine is just like free spells to just give your Endymion monsters more counters, right? So Supreme King Dark Worm with Foolish and also Shrine is just really great. And it's a dragon, right? Which also helps you play around. There can only be one, which is actually such a hassle to get over. There can only be one Rex this deck. And last but not least, one Supreme King Gate 0 to round off for your Pendulum. So you search this card using Dark Worm's effect. So that's pretty much it for the main deck, guys. Main deck is definitely going to change. I have no idea on which is the best variant so far, but this is the version that I took to local. Before we get started with the spells, guys, make sure you guys support the channel and get the sexy 190,000 subscriber Dark Magician Girl and Dark Magician Playmat Today in the link description box below. Endymion cards are all spellcasters, so you guys better get your awesome Dark Magician Girl Playmat Today at tx1.com/shop in the link in the description box below. Let's get started with the spells. For the spells, best spell card in the deck, triple spell power mastery. Oh, holy macaroni. Basically what this card does is that add one Endymion card from your deck to your hand. Any Endymion cards. You can add Citadel, anything, which is good. And then you can count the number of spell power masteries and spell power grass you control or have in the graveyard and place that many spell counters among the cards you control that you can place a spell counter on. So this card gives you a spell counter on basically all your cards that you have on the field. And immediately after this card activates, Servant will just have 2 spell counters because you'll activate Servant. Okay, activate Spell Power Mastery, search your Citadel, okay, and then you activate Spell Power Mastery's effect to give it another additional counter, so Endymion will be at 2, and then you activate Citadel, and then Servant of Endymion will be at 3 counters, which is absolutely insane. So Servant is just really broken with Spell Power Mastery, and during late game, if you have multiple copies of this card in your graveyard, it just gets even better because you just gain more counters depending on how many Spell Power Masteries you have on the field and also the graveyard, right? So triple copies of him. Next on, double magical Citadel of Endymion and 2 Terraformings. Terraforming is important because it's a free spell card you can activate for your counters. It has its own protection effect where if this card will be destroyed, you basically get to remove a counter on this card instead. And whenever a monster with the spell counters is destroyed, you can place the spell counters on this card instead, which is really good. And whenever a monster would activate the effect by removing a spell counter, you can remove spell counters from magical Citadel of Endymion instead, which is really good. So 2 and 2 is I believe is definitely the correct ratio. Magical Citadel of Endymion, double copy. Shouts to my boy Samuel Tarley. I know he's been studying here ever since, bro. He's learning to be the greatest maester in the entire world. Triple Pot of Desires. The only deck that I will play Triple Desires in. Oh my goodness, this card is so good. Free spell cards. You usually have Jacko on the field before you activate this card's effect. So you just freely draw 2 cards. Really great. Last but not least, the 1 Upstart Goblin. Just a free draw card, free spell you can activate. Last but not least, 1 Shrine and 1 Foolish Burial. for your Dark Worms. So opening up with Servant, Shrine, and like Mastery is like game. Like you're not losing that duel, man. It's crazy. So that's pretty much for the spells. Let's go after the extra deck. The only cards I've used in the extra deck in this entire tournament was the Electromite, the most important card in your extra deck. Zephyr Metatron, the second most important card in your extra deck. Daybreaker, and I went into a Borreload once. And that's all I went into out of my 15 extra deck. So this is all the cards you need for your extra deck, okay? You don't need any more. The 11, it's just like I've never went into it. Like I've never went into any of these cards right here. But they're here just for situational purposes, right? So that's my extra deck. Extra deck, you guys can literally play anything you guys would like. You know what I mean? After the side deck, you need to play Red Reboot, bro. The card is insane. You hate Floodgates, guys. There can only be one is the most annoying card in the entire world, bro. Okay, 3 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon. Just a 1-on-1 spot removal for Roar, for anti-spell, mostly. These cards are going in, like, every game is 2 and 3, bro. And most important card, triple Denko Sekka. Oh my god, man. Twin Twister hurts. Twin hurts. So the first thing you want to do is just drop Denko. Drop it like it's hot, bro. Drop it like it's hot. Okay, so that's pretty much it for, like, the back row decks, you know. Pretty solid 9 cards. For the break a board type decks, Troll Phantasme against Thunder. Really good against Element Greats. This card is also really nice. I like Thanos. Really good card against Skystriker as well. The matchup was already easy already, but they win because of Floodgates. So you want to have multiple types on the board. So you want to have a Dragon and Spellcaster at all times. So Phantasme, really broken. So triple copies of him. And last but not least, you want to play, of course, triple Spear mode. Because Pendulum can play Spear mode. And shoutouts to Merrick, bro. Merrick signed this for me. Shoutouts to Merrick. But anyways, yeah. We're doing a raw Spear mode. You're playing a Pendulum deck. You barely normal summon. So against break a board decks, you just slide his card in. Happy birthday. Give them the egg. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the deck profile, guys. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button. That'll be absolutely amazing. But overall, guys, to summarize, Servant on Endymion, most broken card in the entire deck. And Endymion can pop like a million cards, which is really good. So yeah, man, these 2 cards are MVP, and I love this deck, bro. If any of you are pro players, Pendulum out there that can give me some advice on how to build this deck better, make sure you guys message me on Facebook. I'm trying to improve this deck. I'm learning Pendulums, bro. I'm learning. You know what I mean? And that's all that matters to me. I just like to learn new deck. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know this tournament wasn't that big, but you know, just a mini tournament report on how I did, right? So that's what I want you guys to get at. And that's pretty much for deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And once I get 10 OTS packs, 10, I'll basically do the pack openings once I get 10 OTS packs by winning or just competing into OTS tournaments. So anyways, make sure you guys get your 190,000 subscriber Playmat Today in the description box below. And it's your boy Sam from Team Sam signing out. Alright guys, peace.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a king with it. Like, no, this league business.